food fight. Well, what more can I say? I mean, nearly every single internet critic has done a review of this. And now I'm jumping on the bandwagon. I mean, I think this is why this movie's so famous, is because so many internet celebrities have managed to dish dirt on it that it's become pretty much a tradition that nearly every YouTuber has to give it a go. Even those who don't do reviews, I think, have given it a shot. It's like it's one of those movies that, you hear how bad it is, and for some reason you have to check it out. Similar to what happened, similar to, I guess, the Star Wars Holo special in some regards. So, yeah, this is a difficult movie to get through. As we all know, it's a really bad movie. Before I get into the review summary, I guess I should go over the history of this movie. This movie was originally supposed to come out in 2002-2003. It was supposedly going to make Threshold Productions the next Pixar, as said by the founder of Threshold and the producer of the Mortal Kombat movies, Lawrence Kasdanov, or Larry as he's known. They showed promise by what they wanted to do was create a Toy Story movie, but with grocery mascots like Mr. Clean, Charlie Tuna, Chester Cheetah, and many more. In fact, they managed to get all of them, although we'll get into Chester a little bit later. They announced an all-star cast with the likes of Charlie Sheen, Hilary Duff, Eva Longoria, Wayne Brady, Cloris Leachman, and Christopher Lloyd, among many more. And for a while, everything seemed to be going fine. But then, near the end of 2002, tragedy struck for the production when apparently almost all the hard drives containing every footage of the film they had made at that point were stolen in a case of industrial espionage, confirmed as said by Kasdanov. You would think that at that point they would just give up. They've done all they could. But Larry was not like that. He pushed on and reworked the movie in a different view. And after numerous more production delays, budget constraints, and even wasting $65 million on this movie, it was released in 2012 in some theaters in America, but mostly straight to DVD. And everyone has since bashed on it without all degree, calling it the worst anime movie in history. And now it's time for me to give it a shot. So, what's the premise? The film follows Dex Detective, a serial mascot voiced by Charlie Sheen, who is the town hero of his world, which is a supermarket that comes to life at night. I really want to. He becomes depressed after the love of his life, Sunshine Goodness, a raisin mascot voiced by Hilary Duff, disappears and with no traces of her to be found. Dex retires as a detective and opens up a nightclub. But all of a sudden, a new brand has come into the supermarket known as Brand X, at the assistance of its representative, Mr. Clipboard, played by Christopher Lloyd. The head honcho of the Brand X likes, Lady X, a detergent mascot voiced by Eva Longoria, is a sex symbol who wishes to take over the supermarket and starts winning over quite a lot of the likes to her cause. Dex knows that something's up, so with his partner, played by Wayne, a chocolate mascot known as Daredevil Dan, played by Wayne Brady, he goes out to stop Brand X and prevent them from taking over the supermarket. Okay, so let's go over the problems. Well, let's start with the animation. And what was originally supposed to be a CGI recreation of the classic Looney Tunes style animation ended up being a disjointed mess featuring, that cartoony Looney Tunes style in 3D, but also motion capture. And I'm just going to say this, everything in this movie looks absolutely butt ugly. Completely. I mean, it's hard to think that $65 million was wasted on that film. I mean, I guess some of the brands they managed to get in, the actual mascots they managed to cram in here look okay. I think Charlie Tuna looks decent, as does Mr. Clean. Chester Cheetah was actually removed during production. I think that the deal they made with them expired, so they kicked him out. But he is in the first trailer. So yeah, it's bad, really bad. But it's the dialogue that makes things worse. Nearly every single line in this are either food puns or sexual innuendos. I mean, the movie feels more like a soft porn movie, honestly, even more so than many porn movies, even though I haven't seen any. But it's unbelievable. Nearly, as I said, the chip puns are insufferable. The food puns, I mean, sorry, there is quite a few references to chips, mostly from Dex. Dex says most of them. The innuendos mostly come from Lady X. But, yeah. There are way too many stereotypes for the characters. We have a Jewish stereotype. Brady, Dan's a black man stereotype. You've got Asian stereotypes. Nazi stereotypes. You can count how many stereotypes there are in this. As I said, the motion capture does not work. The movie doesn't even follow its own logic. I mean, there's a scene where Dex and Dan have to travel across the supermarket at day to find out what's going on with Brain Dex. And it's established before that they can't do that. They end up doing it in the exact same way, and you think they would get spotted. But they don't. It's not right. You can't just say these rules and then retcon them later on. Any scene with Mr. Clipboard, even though I think Christopher Lloyd's performances can be a bit hilarious, but it's not. It is weird, strange, completely insane. And the ending just keeps on going on and on and on. There's about 1 million mid-credit scenes. And I thought Inspector Gadget had a lot. I haven't reviewed Inspector Gadget, but maybe I'll be able to do in the future. But I'm just going to be on, and yeah, I'm bashing on it, and I can't find anything good in this movie. But I'm just going to say this. After watching almost every single, quite a lot of the big name YouTube stars who have reviewed this monstrosity, like JonTron, Stouchcritic, and Animat, I honestly wasn't that. I was expecting it to be a lot worse, but I guess after watching all those reviews, it wasn't actually as bad as I was expecting it to be. I mean, it is bad, really bad. But I was expecting to be surprised a lot more, but I guess the overexposure from the internet celebrities have sort of gave me the warning of what this movie is like. So in the end, I mean, I'm not gonna. It is a bad movie, but in terms of the worst thing I've ever seen, and the worst animated movie I've ever seen, I don't see it with this. Honestly, I think Dougal is still the worst anime movie I've ever seen. Put it in the link right now. But either way, this is a bad movie. 0 out of 10 half stars easy. But for what I was expecting to get, I didn't get what I thought I was going to get. So I guess you can call me a very mixed person. I don't like it, but in terms of the worst anime movie I've ever seen, it's not. So I guess it's sort of a bit of a mixed review on this. I mean, I hate it as like everyone else, but I don't call it the worst anime movie I've ever seen. But I want to recommend you guys watching it. But if you have, tell me what you think. I'm honest. I really want to hear what you think of this. But in the meantime, there are other things I want to review. And in terms of anime movies, I've got another bad one I'm hoping to see soon. Well, I'm going to see soon, I should say. But actually, I think the first things first, I want to do something else. Some other review I've got planned out. But in the meantime, Handsome Reviews is out. And well, if you want to watch Food Fight, prepare for insanity is all I've got to say. Ciao.